Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today guys, I've got something quite interesting to show you. I purchased a 1/14 scale LC Racing BHC-1 from a good friend of mine, Mr. Andrew Rusty Casey. He hooked me up with a car and a few batteries and a few other bits and bobs, and I realise it's something that you guys would absolutely love to see. So thank you, Andrew, if you're watching the video as well. I really do appreciate it. Guys, just a quick one as well. We are on the road to 500. Keep liking, keep sharing and subscribing until obviously we hit that 500. Share it with your enemies if you've got to. Anyone, just keep going. We got a hell of a community going, and I want to build this with you on the way to that 500 mark and beyond, hopefully. I'll stop waffling now. Let's dive down on the table and we'll have a quick look at the car. Let's go. Right guys, so LC Racing BHC-1. This is obviously a purchase I've made from my friend Andrew. Just wanted to show you, obviously, give you a first look of what I bought. It's a 1/14 scale two-wheel drive buggy, guys. All right, really nice looking the way he's got it set up. Do love this color. It's actually got a little bit of metallic fleck in there as well. You can see it in the sunlight. It's really pretty. So let's just have a quick look around the car first. Now, as you've noticed, guys, the motor isn't actually showing on this because there's a mid-mounted motor on the car. As you can see, you can just kind of catch the slipper gear by there. And it's hard to explain to people when they try and compare this to a WL Toys. It's completely different, guys. The quality of the plastics and everything are totally different. This actually feels like quality. They must use a higher glass count in the composite, and it is just really well molded. Suspension straight out of the box, the way he's got it set up is really nice, as you can see. Nice bit of rebound there, and the same on the back. Back seems to lay down a little bit more. Might need to thicken that up a little bit, but I quite like a rear wheel drive car to tuck in and go. So same sort of looking shocks as I put on the WL Toys. Alright. And a lot of the parts, guys, are actually interchangeable between it. As you can see, we have got metal hexes in there as well. Another thing I noticed is the bearings. Just a really nice quality, as you can see. Really nice bearings. As I say, this car has been run. I believe he's only run it twice though. As you can see, the bottom of the chassis, the anodizing nice. It's full hex hardware all the way through. It's got a really funny shape to the arms as well. Look, it's got this kind of diamond pattern, and obviously that's for strength. But it's just a really nicely designed car. I'm going to take the body off now. Alright, and I'll show you what's underneath. Now, he did say when I purchased the car that the servo that comes with it, and I'll show you that in a moment, the servo that came with it felt a bit notchy, because when you buy the kit, it actually does come with a servo pre-installed. So this is the car, guys. As you can see, it's got a kick up at the front. He's actually got a 10BL30 in there, ESC hobby wing. Brushless, I believe that's 35 amp. Dean's connector. And in there, guys, motor wise, you actually got a Surpass 5900 kV 2845 motor. It's done a really nice build on this. Yeah, I believe he actually the way he built this was mainly essentially for him and his son to do something together. And yeah, I think he just basically built it and decided it wasn't for him. So, I wouldn't say it's his loss because he's got what he wanted to do out of it, but it's definitely my gain, I know that much. Battery is centre mounted, so it mounts across. He did give me 3 packs of batteries. The one I'm going to be using in this car mainly though is this Z's 1500 60C. and they mount in like so. Obviously the battery would go this way, and your Dean's connector. It does have a slipper catch, guys, as you can see there. So they've left the nut exposed, so you're actually able to adjust your slipper clutch without having to take the plate off and everything. So nice little design there. But the quality of the car is absolutely stunning. Steering acumen is absolutely lovely. It's really nicely free moving. But as I mentioned, okay, there were a few things that he said, right, you might be worth you picking it up. So what we did do is pick up this metal servo horn, as you can see, for the BHC. 23 tooth. I also picked up the Bantan. I believe it's a 9 kilogram, or it might say by there actually. So it's the Bantan D1 35F servo. 0.8 seconds response time at 6 volts, so it's nice and quick. Metal geared coreless as well, guys. Does it say 4.4 kilograms, which in a car that weighs absolutely nothing is actually quite powerful, so that's good. And like I say, bearing in mind this is a 1/14 scale. Moving towards the back of the car, as you can see, so I'm quite chuffed with this. I can't wait to run it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to install, oh, by the way, I also did pick up these sway bars as well, sway bar kit, anti-roll bar kit, alright, for the car, just to kind of, you know, stop any body roll in corners a bit more. Body feels lovely, nice plastics, doesn't feel cheap, and I did notice that straight away with the strength of the wing. You know, even though it's Lexan, it is made of a nice quality as well. Again, Hex hardware all the way through, but really, really nice. I'm just going to stop the video a second, guys, okay? And I'll show you what came in the box. So this is the box it comes in, guys. As you can see, if anyone wants the model number, it's there. 1/14 scale BHC-1 two-wheel drive mini buggy kit. So what they mean by kit is actually you build the kit. Not, it doesn't come as an RTR. You can buy the RTR, but it doesn't actually come with certain parts. So it comes with obviously this, as you can see. And the one that we've got is that, but obviously the non-RTR variant. I really do fancy one of these. I think I'm going to pick one of these up soon. Is the emb-t. That's the truggified version of essentially the same platform, but just in LC Racing with better quality parts as the 144010. And that essentially is the 144010 over there. And you can also get a rally car. So that's nice. You've also, as you can see, 1/10 scales, the PTG-1 and the PTG-2. Tom Lee actually reviewed this, and it's one of his favourite rally cars he's ever used. 1/12 scales as well. Okay, and I believe they do more actually. Bear with me. Yeah, so you've got the short course variant, 1/14 scale. Desert truck, all the extra parts you can buy at LC Racing, or if you're in the UK, DMS Racing actually stocks all this, and they even do a monster truck variant as well, guys. So really, really nice. You also obviously get the instructions. Let's have a look how detailed they are. I'd imagine they're pretty detailed. Okay, so it looks like they use the same instruction booklet for the RTR as well. Yeah. So obviously your shock parts, how to put your differentials together, everything you need in that sense. Again, shocks, how to build your shocks, your steering Ackerman. So yeah, very, very descriptive, loads of parts. Now, as we mentioned, guys, if you look, he's actually sent some spare hex hardware as well, so that's nice. And it did come with this Bantam servo, and he said it felt a bit notchy. Now, I can neither, I suppose maybe, yeah, maybe it is a little bit notchy, but that's the actual servo that comes with. So I've actually got an upgrade for that, as I showed you. Some Allen keys and another servo horn, but as I say, we're going to be using a metal servo horn anyway. Now, the plan is I'm actually going to be using, electrics wise, the Spectrum STX 2 that I picked up off a friend of mine, Mr. Gary Butler, and the SRX 200 receiver. I have got other parts in there for other builds and stuff, but that's the plan. But overall quality of the car is very, very high. Now, as I said before, it is really, really hard to explain to you the difference between a WL Toys and also a LC Racing. And until you actually pick one of these up and feel it, it's completely different. So I think I'll pause the video now. What I'm going to do is actually put the servo and everything into the car, and then I'll turn the car on for the first time and give you an idea of the wheel speed. But from what I've been told, guys, it's a flyer as well, so I'm looking forward to running this. But yeah, pause the video now and we'll go from there. Right guys, so progress so far is we've installed the upgraded servo. Ignore the way it's all wired up a sec, I'm just testing it out. Got the remote on. We have got steering, so that's good. And we've also got power. Oh, I'm not going to go too nuts because everything started flying off the table. But I'm just going to tidy up all the wiring now and go from there. Right guys, so after playing about with the wiring and where to put stuff is what we ended up with. So receiver, obviously what I did with this. If anyone's wondering how I do this, mind, alright, just to give you an idea, you wrap your cables around whichever size you want to do. So I went with 2mm, and then get yourself a little heat gun, something like this, and carefully heat up the wire. Make sure you leave enough room, obviously, that you don't burn the wiring, and it'll set like this. So it's basically just a nice way of leaving all your wires and everything. But yeah, opted to put the switch here. Batteries all installed and everything, but I think it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. And as I said, turn it on. So that's on now. We now should have steering and power. What I'm going to do now is install the roll bars. Okay. Right guys, so one of the things I haven't shown you before is obviously when you put a new SC in, or you know, setting up your car for the first time, there is a calibration process between using the transmitter, so fully accelerate, neutral and brake. Alright, so it's a little thing for you to do, something for future reference for anyone watching a video, and I do recommend you do it. Hold your finger on the set button. So as you can see, there's a set button and the on and off button. Hold your finger on the set button and then turn the car on, and then you'll hear a bunch of beeps. So what you want to do then is press neutral. Alright, so that is just leaving it still, leaving the throttle where it is, and then it'll beep once, fully accelerate, and then you beep twice, and then fully brake, and that's the ESC then recognizing all the settings. All right, so that basically, what will happen is the car now knows, turn it back off again, and it then knows the position of your neutral point, your accelerate and your brake. All right, just a little tip there. Back on with the video. A couple of other little things to mention as well, guys. Okay, just saying, I forgot that I didn't mention it in the video. Is, as you can see, you can fully adjust your toe in, toe out, your camber, and it's the same with the rear as well. Okay, fully adjustable. So obviously, depending on the way you drive your car, you can fine tune it, as well as your shock and everything else, your suspension rate. And I just thought I'd show you the way the steering is set. All right, so as you can see, it's quite low actually, the servo horn, to the actual chassis, but it doesn't actually really make a difference there. And then if you flip the car around, the steering, there's a turnbuckle basically, and it meets it at the bottom of the car by there, like so. All right, but yeah, fully adjustable. Your battery tray again is adjustable by the looks on things. Obviously I'm using that pack there. Very impressed with the quality. Right, back on with the video. Okay guys, so I'm just fitting the anti-roll bar kit to the car, just to be aware of. If you go to page 27 of the owner's manual, it actually shows you the anti-roll bar set. Alright, so I actually opted to pick this up along with the servo and everything else. And I thought I'd fit it, just stop the back of the car rolling about in corners, so you can keep the traction down. Now if you actually look at the diagram, like so, it shows you how to install it into the car. So you will need to remove the wing and then loosen these two nuts off there. There's a little spacer inside to go for the anti-roll bar to go through. Some little ends obviously for the anti-roll bar to fit onto, and then that will clip onto there like so, and then your roll bar will come through there. Also comes with some screws and everything else that you need. Again, I think I picked this up off DMS Racing in the UK. The part number you will need is L5052. And they do come in 3 different weights as well, guys, just to show you. You've got 1, 1.2 and 1.1, alright? But everything you need. So carry on with the video. I'll keep installing and go from there. Right guys, so that's the anti-roll bars fitted. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a pig to do, only because really there isn't any instructions for it other than the diagram, so I kind of had to work it out for myself. But anyway, you've got obviously your little set screws in the anodized parts, as you can see. I've left the tag on just to know what weight I've actually got in the car, so I can play about with it. But there is a little set screw on the arm as well, down there, as you can see. But that's all fitted to the car now. There is, from what I can gather, there isn't any front anti-roll bars for this car, or anywhere to fit them either. So yeah, this is the options I've got, and that's where I fitted. I have also seen just now that you can buy carbon fibre shock towers for this as well. So I don't think they're that expensive either. So possibly something I might look into, but for now, we'll stick with the composite. But all fitted, all done. Put the wheels back on, and yeah, I'll put the body on and we'll talk about the car. Right guys, so that's it all back together. Anti-roll bar fitted. We've got the Bantam 4.4 kilogram metal geared servo in there, and the metal servo horn. Just to give you an idea, turn of speed with the wheels. A 5900 kV motor, should be absolutely flying. Hope you enjoyed all these parts. What we're going to do now is go back up top and I'll talk to you there. So what do you reckon, guys? LC Racing BHC-1 114 scale 2-wheel drive buggy. I absolutely love it. I really like the quality. It's hard to explain, like I said, it's hard to explain the quality of the LC Racing cars when you got something like, obviously, the WL toys. A lot of people compare them. They're not the same, guys. They're not the same. They may share the same characteristics and maybe sometimes the design, but the quality of the parts, different league. I'm going to be running this as soon as the Welsh weather decides to sort itself out. I'm a bit gutted, but there you go. Really looking to run it. You know, we're going to run this in Garth Park and a few other places that I normally run the car. Quite glad that I've fitted some upgrades to it as well, because, you know, hey ho, that's how I roll. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be other upgrades for this car as well that are going to be added to it pretty damn soon. But hope you appreciate the first look. I'm quite excited about this one. I do like my 14 scale cars. Again, huge thank you to Andrew for coming over and dropping the car. It was a pleasure to meet you, my friend. And yeah, next time we run this car really is going to be, well, it's going to be flat out. We're going to give it the beans, guys. We're going to give it the beans. But again, just want to say massive thank you to each and every one of you. Keep liking, sharing and subscribing, guys. We're on our way to 500. Let's get up there. We got a great community going. The comments, I love interacting with each and every one of you. And I suppose till next time, guys, stay safe, stay awesome even, and yeah, see you soon.